from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
An absolute shutdown game for them. And watching the game film preparing for this one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Come on, let's go.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around.
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 54 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about... The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and a couple. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't it speak to how well he...
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go. In this first half. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Short throw to Dissly. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. To the air again, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Brian Robinson, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Keon Coleman, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Pacheco.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he's got this down to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for the Chiefs' first down.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Looking to throw. Nifty move, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this
The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Herbert on first down now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He's still barreling through. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A big play there on the catch and run. Two yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That is caught, and just shedding him off there. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey, 26 yards. And the late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He juked him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Xavier Worthy.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Herbert now.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Again, Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Here's 3rd and 3. Herbert. That one out wide and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
One impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Still first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Kansas City, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.